Ever felt that squeezing sensation in your chest as anxiety takes hold? Those spinning thoughts that make sleep impossible? That ongoing preoccupation with what's ahead that takes away your now? What if three straightforward words could instantly neutralize anxiety whenever it shows up? Neuroscience researchers have investigated this phrase's brain impact, and their discoveries will revolutionize your approach to stress indefinitely. Though before revealing this expression, I'm asking you to act without delay. Tap that subscription button and switch on notifications, because this information may determine whether you live anxiously or peacefully. Founded on assembled scientific investigations from universities worldwide and official public health documents, this video delivers current knowledge specifically prepared for those aged 60 and beyond. Let me present you with a straightforward question at this moment. What fraction of your time has been devoted to anxieties about situations that never occurred? How many precious instances have slipped by because your thoughts were imprisoned in a fictional tomorrow or an agonizing yesterday? What's true is that anxiety doesn't exist in the immediate present. It's unable to. Anxious thoughts consistently focus on either upcoming possibilities or previous incidents. It draws energy from temporal zones that aren't real at this moment. And here's where everything changes. The sentence that vanquishes anxiety consists only of, "I am here now." Only 3 words. Only 9 letters. Unlimited power. As you speak these words with genuine consciousness, something extraordinary occurs neurologically. Studies using functional MRI scans show that present moment awareness immediately reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, while simultaneously increasing activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for rational thinking and emotional regulation. Nevertheless, this encompasses more than brain chemistry alone. This involves recovering your life from the oppression of invented perils. Contemplate this idea. Right at this second. Are you doing okay? Not in tomorrow's worries, not next week's concerns, not in those 3 a.m. mental scenarios. At this precise time, the response is nearly always affirmative. At this moment, you're taking breaths. Right now, you're safe. Currently, you have all you need to inhabit this moment. The greater part of people past 60 hold years of amassed worries. We've lived through enough to know that bad things can happen. We've experienced loss, disappointment, health challenges. Owing to these past events, our minds turn intensely vigilant, incessantly hunting for the next danger. Psychologists designate this as anticipatory anxiety, and it's profoundly fatiguing. It's like running a marathon while standing still. Your biological system can't tell apart real perils from those existing only in thought. While fretting about tomorrow's medical checkup, your heartbeat accelerates, blood pressure climbs, stress hormones overwhelm your system, just as if the threat were current. This persistent stress doesn't merely feel horrible, it genuinely hastens aging and diminishes your immune function. Here's a significant finding that Harvard scientists uncovered. As individuals regularly exercise present awareness, their organisms manufacture decreased cortisol, the principal stress hormone, and elevated DHA, often labeled a longevity compound. Simply by returning your focus to the present, you're actually selecting wellness over illness, tranquility over turmoil. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. There was a man named Robert, 72 years old, who spent his days consumed by anxiety about his heart condition. Each morning brought pulse checking, sensation monitoring, and conviction that any day could be his final one. His spouse observed him vanishing into this anxiety prison until one afternoon in his garden, a butterfly landing on a nearby flower caught his attention. For just brief moments, his consciousness became fully peaceful. His heart wasn't concerning him. Tomorrow wasn't in his mind. He was only viewing this butterfly, entirely present at that time. And in that moment, he realized something profound. His anxiety wasn't protecting him. It was preventing him from living. From that day forward, whenever anxiety appeared, he would say to himself, I am here now, and bring his attention to something in his immediate environment, a particular sound, something tactile, the act of breathing. With time, this basic technique changed his existence more profoundly than any drug had. Now then, pause this video momentarily, merely 5 seconds, and experiment with this yourself. Speak the words aloud. I am here now. Become aware of your body positioned in the chair. Observe the sensation of air on your skin. Listen to the sounds in your environment. See how fast your stress lessens when you truly come into the present? This doesn't involve positive affirmations or denial. This represents something significantly stronger, actual reality. The present is the only time frame that truly exists. Everything beyond this is either memory or fantasy. As you realize this fundamentally, not simply theoretically, but through actual experience, anxiety lets go of you. You discover you've been in pain over matters that have no present reality. And before we progress, your help is needed in disseminating this message. Post a comment with the digit 1 if this resonates with you, or 0 if you're doubtful. Your interaction supports this video in finding those who critically need this information. At this point, let's explore how to employ this phrase successfully, especially when anxiety intensifies. The crucial point isn't wielding it as a tool against anxiety, attempting to push anxiety out. Instead, utilize it as a grounding point, a kind reminder to return to the present. As you observe anxiety building, stop, inhale slowly. Express I am here now, either audibly or within. Then engage your senses. What enters your visual field? What sounds are present? What can you sense physically? This simple practice interrupts the anxiety spiral before it gains momentum. Scientific brain studies confirm that being entirely present and entirely anxious simultaneously cannot occur. These are mutually incompatible conditions. Presence dissolves anxiety the way light dissolves darkness, not through fighting, but through simply being there. For those of us past 60, this technique is exceptionally helpful because we often harbor not just immediate concerns, but also amass anxiety from a lifetime of obstacles. We might worry about health, about finances, about our children or grandchildren, about losing independence. These represent authentic worries. But being anxious about them solves nothing. It only hinders us from relishing the pleasant moments we still possess. Acting addresses problems. Presence gives us peace. Worry provides neither. Here's why this phrase is so revolutionary. It functions instantly, requires no money, produces no negative effects, and works in any location, anytime. So this is your challenge. Every time you notice anxiety arising, use the phrase, I am here now. Pronounce it with conscious intention. Return to your senses. And here's my request for you right now.